This is Regis Prograis, and you're tuning into True School Sports.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, let's talk about it, man, because I'm getting a little excited about this fight this weekend. You know, you got Sandor Martin, and I can't lie to you guys. Sandor Martin got me fired up for this fight. He pretty much told Teofimo Lopez that, hey, you're getting nervous. When they had a little face-to-face, he said, you're getting nervous. You know, he started speaking that proper, Spanish, that real Spanish from Spain. And he pretty much told him, I took this fight on 3 weeks notice. I got the heart of a champion. And Teofimo Lopez started his little mind game. It was a great face-off, and it got me really excited for the fight. Because like I've said before, there's many fighters in boxing. You got fighters in boxing who were made, and you got fighters in boxing who became. Now, I'm not throwing any slight on Teofimo Lopez. Anyone who knows me knows I rate Teofimo Lopez extremely highly. He's worked very hard to get to the position he's in boxing. One of boxing's most talented fighters, no doubt about it. But Sandor Martin isn't one of these guys that had his career carefully guided by his promoter. And, he had to take a fight against Mikey Garcia in foreign territory and show that he was worthy on the night when his opportunity came. And it's always harder for fighters to become than it is for them to be made, because a fighter can be talented but have the luxury of being looked after and fighting favorable opponent after favorable opponent with the right promoter and the right manager. Sandor Martin's a very hungry fighter, and I think Teofimo Lopez, we're going to get a lot of answers as to where he's at mentally going into the fight. Now, should he pass that test, which I hope he does, because I'm always rooting for Teo, even though sometimes he doesn't like to acknowledge it, he still is one of South Florida's very own. So I do always support Teofimo Lopez. But you got Regis Prograis, Regis Prograis, who basically stated that, listen, he's anxious to get his hands on Teofimo Lopez. He's eager to prove that Teofimo Lopez does not belong in the 140-pound division, and he's eager to continue to show the world that not only is Teofimo doesn't belong in the 140 division, but that he's himself is one of the best fighters in the world. And I truthfully believe that Regis Prograis is one of the best fighters in the world. He shows it time in and time out again. So we definitely want to see that fight, but we can't get to that fight if Teo don't do his job against Sandor Martin. And I love the energy he's bringing. You can see it in his eyes. You can hear it in the conviction in his voice. Sandor Martin is going to be a live body this week. And one thing about Sandor Martin, he's not a big puncher per se, but he's a guy that definitely knows his way around the ring. He knows how to box and move. And one thing I know about Teo, and I've known this for years about Teo, for all the athleticism he has and for all the explosiveness he has, Teo don't like it when someone can box and move. Sometimes guys with the ability to box, move, utilize the ring, utilize their feet, not let him set his feet and be explosive. These kind of fighters give Teofimo problems and can frustrate him. So do I think Sandor Martin has the ability to frustrate Teofimo Lopez? Yes. But ultimately it's up to Teo, because I do think Teo is the more talented fighter, and I think Teofimo Lopez has a chance to really remind the world and put the 440-pound division on notice. Because look, this is the guy, Sandor Martin, that for all intents and purposes, he exposed Mikey Garcia, and he made him retire. He made him retire from the sport of boxing and won as the underdog. So this is a guy with a lot of confidence. Right now, as it stands, he's from Spain. The odds were stacked against him from the beginning, because Spain don't really produce a lot of fighters. They produce, defenders. They produce strikers. They produce central attacking midfielders. They produce soccer players. So for him to even get this far is a blessing within itself. And he's playing with house money right now. So he's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. It's really Teo who has everything to gain, or everything to lose and nothing to gain from beating Sandor Martin. He's supposed to be Sandor Martin. So with that being said, I hope he wins, because the fight, like I stated earlier in the video, the fight I really want to see is Teo versus Regis Prograis, because I just think it'll be a banger. I think there's some things in Regis' style that Teo has the ability to exploit, and I'm still in the mindset like, if Teofimo Lopez, if his mental is right and he's at his absolute optimal best, then I'm probably one of the only people out there, and I'll say this, I think his best boxing is in front of him in this weight class, but a lot of that depends on his mental state. And I could sit here and I could talk about tactics, and I could talk about styles and Teofimo Lopez's ability to punch and be explosive, and Sandor Martin's ability to use the ring and utilize his feet. I could talk about those things till we're blue in the face, but there's no way for me or anybody in this world to measure just where the hell Teofimo Lopez is at mentally going into this fight. So I'm not gonna lie, I was like mildly excited for it when it first got signed. I'm getting like extremely excited for this fight as it gets closer and closer and closer. I'm definitely more excited for it than Terrence Crawford or David Avanesyan, but that's another story for another video. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Teofimo Lopez, Sandor Martin, you know, and the potential for a Regis Prograis fight if he beats Sandor Martin. So yeah, y'all can let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do y'all make of Sandor Martin and the way he's approaching Teofimo Lopez in these face-offs and going into the fight? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.
Mayweather's uncles would say a lot of people don't know shit about boxing. You know, you do. You've done it.
Thank you.
You about the only smart guy that I know, bro. Nobody knows shit about boxing.
I appreciate it, man.
I want to say, man, make sure to follow True School Sports, always covering boxing at the highest level, man, and make sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel. Follow him on Instagram at Just a Kid from Dania as well.
He the plug.